Remington, and this is the magic box.
Whoa! This has got to be the money magic show. I guess it is. Okay, I might as well do some more money magic here. You just happen to have, let's say a silver dollar in your pocket. Well, there are some tricks you can do with silver dollars. And of course, one of my favorite tricks is to take that silver dollar and to make it disappear and reappear. And that's a trick called Miser's Dream. And of course it requires a lot of practice and skill, and the way we learn that is by reading books. If you read the right books, you can do the tricks. Now, sometimes magicians use 1 coin, sometimes they use 2 coins, and it's one of my favorites. Take this coin, put it there, that one there, and let's put both coins in the same hand. Up through my shoulder, around through my arm, and And then there are tricks that you can do that are very, very slow paced, and this is one of my favorites right here. Very, very slow paced trick. I'm going to take this coin, I'm going to make it disappear. If you catch me at home, don't say anything because you hurt my feelings. I take the coin, place it in my hand like that, take my empty hand, and rub my hand like this, and take my empty hand and reach in my back pocket and get some magic dust out of my pocket and sprinkle magic dust all over my hand like that, rub my hand like this, make the coin disappear from my hand and into my back pocket. And oh, there it is. This time I'm going to use a watch that I've never done this trick with before. This watch I've never used for this trick. So remember, I've never used this watch before. So if this messes up, then you'll know why. Alright, I think I can do the trick. Watch, 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 watch.
Hi, we're the 4 C's, and we're going to be singing Miss Moving On by Fifth Harmony.
I'm breaking it down, gonna start from scratch. I'm shaking it off like an etch a sketch. My lips are saying goodbye. My eyes are finally dry. I'm not the way that I used to be. You took the record off of me. You killed me, but I survived. And now I'm coming alive. I will never be that girl again. Oh no, I will never be that girl again. No, my innocence is within, but my heart is growing strong. So call me, call me, call me. Miss Moving On. Oh, Miss Moving On. Oh, yeah, I'm moving on. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
We're four cousins.
I'm Maui.
I'm Sage. I'm Arjani.
And I'm Kinshasa.
So vote for us on YouTube for America's Got Talent.
No!
Hello, this is John the Wiz, and of course I love storytelling, and I'd like to share with you a wonderful story about the Upside Down Boy. The Upside Down Boy? Let's see what happens with this story. Solomon de Sula was not really an upside down boy. He just lived on the very other side of the world. And if we are right side up, he would have been upside down. It didn't really matter which way you thought of it. If the world is round, some of us are standing upside down at one time or another. But Solomon had a more important thing to think about. He had searched endlessly for the father Hashem. He remembered many, many years ago when he was a small boy. He would sit before his father's knees, and his father would tell him many great stories about Egypt and the pyramids and the great Sphinx. But sadly, one day there had been a war among Solomon's father and his mother Maya's tribes. And one night, in the middle of the night, his mother's tribe had moved far, far away. Solomon had no choice but to go. And since his father was away in the middle of the night, he had no time to say goodbye. That was the story his mother's people had always told, as his mother had passed away when he was 7, and he had always lived with his uncle. That was when he was only 6. He was now 12 years old and a man. It was time for him to begin his search. So one night, in the middle of the night, he packed up his belongings and set out to see the world and to find his father. Now, even though he was only a boy, he had learned many skills. So he was quite able to set up camp and fend for himself. Now, one night, as he camped along the banks of the river Nile, he spied a most audacious crocodile who kept the most observant eyes always on Solomon in case he might potentially slip into the Nile. Solomon decided to toss that most bodacious crocodile a bit of his meager dinner, and he was quite amazed at the agility and the strength of his well-hinged jaws as they snapped shut. The croc ate with relish the tidbits. Solomon felt more at ease. That night Solomon tossed and turned and had the most astonishing dream. The most astonishing dream he had ever dreamt. He was riding on a beautiful black steed that raced back and forth across the desert sands. Then, without warning, he fell to the ground. Suddenly, that audacious crocodile was by his side, walking high on all 4 legs. Solomon thought that he was a goner as the crocodile suddenly began to lick Solomon with his most awesome tongue. I am a friend, he said. I want to help you in your quest. Solomon asked with wide eyes, how did you know about my quest? Why, it's because I am a psychic crocodile. You wish to find your father, is that not so? That is right, said Solomon, amazed. But how did you know? I can help you, said the croc, but we must travel together. You must climb upon my back. That would take a great deal of trust, said Solomon. That is true, said the croc. But it is only with faith that you can find your father. You must have faith, and you must leap upon my back now. What may I call you? Asked Solomon. My name is Paka, and I am of a very special tribe of Abdullah. You may call me Paka of Abdullah, or Abraxas for short. Solomon awoke none too soon and saw the two huge eyes of the crocodile observing him intently. Hello, Abraxas, he said, but the croc made not a move. Hello, Paka the Abdullah, he shouted, and again silence. Then he heard the croc's voice reiterate in his dream, you must have faith to find your father. You must leap upon my back. Solomon took all the faith he had and leaped upon the croc's back, and within moments they were sailing down the Nile. And so it went day after day. Solomon would dream at night, and only in his dreams would Abraxas talk to him. The first place they ventured was to the Valley of the Kings in Memphis. Abraxas knew it was time to see the Purusha. The end.
Hi. Hey. What's your name? Bob. Cool. What's up? Nothing much. I brought my kitty with me today. So did I. Meow meow meow. Meow 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 meow. Aw, cute. Cute to yours too. Ah! Cyclops kitty napper. Hi, I'm Wendy. Meow. Meow meow meow. Hi, I'm Bob. Meow meow meow. And I'm Cyclops. Ah!
Hello, this is John Carrington, and I am a magician, John the Wiz. I love working with my friends, Homer the Dove, and of course, Buster Bunny. Today, you're going to have a chance to meet my friends who help with the magic show. Homer the Dove. Homer is a pure white dove, and Homer loves birdseed, he loves water, and he loves cooing. This is Homer. Many times Homer will appear and he'll flap his wings just like that. And the boys and girls go, ooh, what kind of animal is that? Well, it's a dove. And this is a dove that's been domesticated. That means that he is from a long line of doves who are pure white, and they are very used to being around humans. He is a pet. He's very friendly. He loves bird seed and water. Many times the boys and girls will ask about his little feet, or if he was an eagle or a hawk, we call those talons. Talons are used by birds of prey to capture their food for the evening or their food for the day. Well, because he's a dove, he has very weak feet. So many times the boys and girls will say, well, will that hurt? Will that hurt? No, 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 no. See, he is very weak in his feet, and he only uses his feet to cling onto a branch to eat some food, or to cling onto a little peg inside of his cage to drink some water. He is a dove, and since he's been domesticated, that means he comes from a long line of doves that are very used to being around humans. He's very comfortable sitting here with me. Now, right now, look, he's picking at my ring there. he's very comfortable right now. His little beak is very soft. He's very gentle, and he's not here to hurt anybody. So doves are very gentle animals. If I place my finger against his chest, he'll automatically step up onto the next finger, flapping his wings for balance. That looks very nice in a magic show. So I'll make him up here. Look, he's picking at my ring again. Look at him. Yeah, he's just very curious. He's very relaxed. Now I'll take this finger and I'll put it against his chest again, and he'll step up again. Doves can be gotten from a pet shop. Sometimes you can go to animal rescue, and somebody who had doves but they can't keep them because they make noise might donate the doves to animal rescue. Doves are very easy to care for. There's only one caution though: they do make a lot of noise. They will go coo, coo, coo. He's more interested in picking at my ring than anything. Could that be because it's a magic ring, sort of like Solomon's? Maybe. Alright, so let's go see what Solomon the Sula is doing. So the dove can be trained. Now, a dove that comes fresh from the pet shop really isn't familiar with you, nor are you familiar with the dove. The way you train the dove is to find a very close place, like a closet or a small room. The idea is that the dove is very shy in the beginning, and because he's shy, he might accidentally fly around the room, and if he has too much room to get speed, he might hurt himself by crashing into a wall or window. So the smaller the room, the better it is for training the dove. Now, what's the training? The training is very simply for you to pet the dove and allow him to stand on your finger. Now, he might get a little frightened and try to fly. Well, that's okay. He won't fly that far because you're in a closed space like a closet. When he lands, you pick him up very gently and, again, allow him to stand on your finger. That might last for a 5 or 10 second count, and then he might fly again. Be very patient, very gentle. Pick him up, put him back on your finger. After a while, he'll understand that you're not trying to hurt him and that you're his friend. And pretty soon, he'll just stand on your finger and be very much at ease. This is a dove, D-O-V-E. If you were to go on the internet or perhaps go to the library and look up doves, you might find out that there are many, many types of doves. There are baby doves that are brown, there are doves that are green, there are doves that are larger than this. But the whole idea is that you'll learn more about doves on your own. And by learning, you'll have something to share. Maybe someday you'll do a report in school about what? Doves. And how would you know what a dove is? Well, you watch the Magic Box. That's where you learn to read and read to learn. Well, this is John Carrington, and this is Homer the Dove. And we're going to say, don't go anywhere. Be right back with more of the Magic Box.
Okay, now.
Hey, boys and girls, have you ever heard of any famous doves in literature? How about the dove that helped Noah in the Bible story about Noah and the ark? Remember, there was a big flood, the world was destroyed, and Noah needed to find out if there was going to be some dry land. So it rained and rained and rained, and then finally he decided to see if there was dry land. He sent out a dove. And the dove came back holding an olive branch, which meant that somewhere on the earth, there was enough dry land for an olive branch to be there. And by the dove picking up the olive branch in his mouth and bringing it back to Noah, it proved that there was peace on earth. And that proved that there was peace between God and man. And that's what the symbol of the olive branch in the dove's mouth meant, that there was finally peace between God and man. And that's how doves became connected as a symbol of peace. And there he goes picking at my ring again. And that's how the dove became a symbol of peace. You know, after a wedding, oftentimes people will release doves. And that's a beautiful symbol of the peace that that particular wedding or marriage will start and thrive on and grow on. So doves are a nice symbol of love and sharing and understanding. So this here is Homer the dove, and he's going to flap his wings for you because Homer the dove is at peace. And of course, doves are a symbol of love. You ever heard the words lovey-dovey? Well, when you have two doves in the cage, they get along quite well. And they huddle against each other, and they are very much partners. And that makes them lovey-dovey, lovey-dovey. Okay, folks, that's it for the Magic Box, and we've had a lot of fun, and we learned some things. So I want you to remember to always return to the Magic Box. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you.